I was living in my car, and my friends and my family got pushed away from me. And I figured out my like ex got married, and then her husband or whatever makes like 300,000 a year, and I'm like, I'm never gonna be able to compete with that, and I'm working 85 hours at a job that I completely like hated. And then I just started praying a lot. I was praying and praying and praying for God to show up. 2 days later, this guy showed up at my house, and I had never met him before. And then he said, "Don't let the devil win," to me. And after that, like, I was told on TikTok that I was gonna end up crying. And 2 days later, I ended up crying after I was looking at this. My friend sent me a tiki doll, and I was like, "Wow, that thing's clearly evil," or a voodoo doll. And then after that, I looked up my California friends because I remembered that he saged the house because he thought there was like a demon in the house or something like that. And I looked him up, and then I saw all of these people that I haven't talked to in a very long time. And then I kind of remembered that my three friends from California passed away because of drugs, and they were like my best friends. One was about to have a kid. And I went out to I had to go out to my car because I was about to start crying, and I just burst out crying. And then I heard something say, like, God is real in my head. And then my heart was like filled with love um, at that moment. I didn't really realize it, but like I could actually feel things again, and I wasn't able to feel things because I had like six people pass away in 1 year. I was very, very numb to everything. And after that, I told one of my friends about this experience, and he kind of gave like, um, he talked to me, and he kind of gave me like key words. Like he said a few things, and then my other friend, I ended up texting him. I'm like, I don't know if I'm going crazy or not. I've gone crazy before, but I texted him, and then my other friend from 20 days ago, like I haven't talked to him for 20 days, he ends up calling me. He's my religious friend. He ends up calling me immediately as soon as I say, like, I don't know if I'm going crazy or not. And he ends up calling me and talking to me, and he repeats those exact same keywords, and then he tells me to read John. And then I'm like, okay, well, that was really weird. So I call my other religious friend that I was just talking to. And then the very first verse he reads to me is John. And after that, I was thinking if I was going crazy or not. So I'm like, God, can you please show me that you're real? And I burst down crying. And then it's like, and then I just heard this thing. It's just like, God doesn't want you to be in pain. Like, and that's true. He loves you. Like, he loves you more than the entire earth. Like, he really does. And he doesn't want you to be in pain. He doesn't want any of this bad stuff to happen to you. And then after that, I drove to Minnesota. I was really mad at my family members and everything. I recognized all of this negativity. Before I even found God, I was recognizing all this negativity in the world. I was working at this job kicking out homeless people, and they weren't even doing anything. The police aren't doing anything. The government's not doing anything. I feel like Satan rules the earth or whatever. I'm not entirely sure. But I drove to Minnesota, and my friend told me, don't go to New York. And I got to Minnesota, I got to my hotel, and I started writing down my list of next locations that I was going to go to. And I saw Gettysburg on there. And I just thought about how many people died for our freedom, and I thought about what we are doing with that freedom. Like, we're not doing anything good with our freedom. We're just, you're not meant to be on TikTok for 40 hours a week like I was or whatever. You're not meant to be doing that. You're not meant to be upset. Like, you're not, like, life's way too short to be doing all that. So I turned back because I was going to go see my family. My grandma's been in the hospital, my grandpa's been in the hospital. I turned back to go see my family, and about 20 miles away from my family's house, my tire starts smoking, and I get into my family's house. family member's house, and they take my car to Les Schwab, and Les Schwab said it was going to be $450. And then after that, they ended up lubing it up and putting or like fixing the caliper. All they needed to do was lube it up, and they gave it to me for free. They didn't charge me at all. And then after that, I visited my family members, and I can kind of tell some of them had like more negative energies than others. So I've been talking to three of my family members, and they had one of them had really positive energy, and because they understood every single thing that I'm saying, and then the other one, he's mostly positive and stuff. And then my other family member, she is worried about me. She doesn't completely understand yet, but she understands a lot when I talk to her and stuff. I need to talk to her more. And then the other two family members, there were six of us, me included, at the table, but the other two family members were like really negative and dragging the conversation down. Just because they weren't like, they were focused on all of these random things that don't matter, but like we're having dinner with our family and stuff. And the family's the very most important thing. So I was recognizing that, and then they're all upset because my grandma and grandpa aren't doing well. And so I went over to my grandma and grandpa's house, and basically, I'm really intelligent, and I was able to guide the entire conversation like to the right way. It's like I was able to like listen to my grandpa like tell his stories and stuff like that. So like when he's sad, I would try to be like compassionate, and when I would try to like make him laugh, I would try to cheer up him. His spirit is like really broken right now because he's been married to his wife for 70 years. Um, and he's watching his wife just slowly just fade away in front of him, and it's really sad to see. And they need somebody there to listen to them. It's like, hey man, it's gonna be okay. Like I'm really sorry this is happening to you, and but at the same time, just like you got to look at all the good things in your life. There's so many positive things in your life. Like look at all the cool stuff you got to do. Like even you, like look at all the cool things you got to do. You got to do so many cool things. Yeah, there's sad stuff, and we need to be like compassionate towards people that are going through stuff and actually listen to them. Um, but yeah, God is 100% real. He's beyond real. It doesn't feel like real life anymore, but that's okay. Um, he's good. He loves you. He loves you more than the earth. He doesn't want you to be in any pain. Like no pain, no frustration, no more arguing, no more doing stuff that doesn't even matter because like I mean it's all about God. It's all about spreading God. That's really what life is about, and it's not some sort of cult or anything like that. I could start my own cult too because I'm just like that intelligent, but I'm not an evil person. Like I can manipulate people to the point where like it's just like, oh hey, this lemonade's really good. It's a hot day outside. Like, would you like to try some of our lemonade, like a Girl Scout cookie or something like that? You want to try some of this lemonade? Bam, poisoned. Like you could do that, but don't do that. Really, don't do that. But yeah, like that's how much power you have, and so like when you walk into a room and everything, you can do the same thing if you're like if you're positive and under the right intentions. Like there's a lot of power in God, and um but like you have to use him for good. Like you can't use Satan. So yeah. Yeah, that's all I have.